Hi everyone, my name is Mihlalim Ting and I'm going to talk about my literacy, which is soccer literacy. Soccer literacy refers to the knowledge and understanding of the game of soccer, including its rules, techniques, strategies, and history. This is how I acquired my literacy. I learned to play soccer at a very young age. I used to play with boys older than me every day after school and also attend training. That made me to be very good at playing soccer. I faced acquiring this literacy. One of the challenges I faced as a soccer player was when my parents were against the idea of me playing soccer, as they wanted me to focus on my schoolwork. Sometimes I was not able to attend training because my parents would not allow me to go. The second one was not having soccer balls because my parents did not want to fund me. That made the coach to prevent me from playing and I had to wait and borrow from others. In order for me to overcome these challenges, I had to convince my parents by getting good marks in my school. They were impressed by the good grades. Then I was able to convince them to buy me the soccer boots, and finally I was able to attend training daily. I made sure I attended training every day and I was disciplined about it. And that made the coach to always put me on every single match that we played. People who played a big role in helping me improve and grow as a better footballer. My uncle. My uncle played a big role because he was always there for me. He motivated me every time I had a match, and he would always drive me to the soccer grounds.
Hi, my name is Zamasami Dlamini and this is my literacy journey. My literacy is cooking. Cooking literacy is knowing skills of cooking, being able to prepare food, and being able to cook. I fell in love with cooking when I was 8 years old. I would always be with my mother in the kitchen every time she would be cooking, especially when she'd be cooking supper. She would ask me to help her with small things like bringing vegetables and, of course, tasting. And this is how I acquired skills of cooking. The challenges that I faced when I started to cook was that I did not do good at all. I would burn the food and I would be so sad, and sometimes I would even think of giving up and never cook again. Another challenge is that I would cook and forget to add things like salt and other spices, and this would make my food not delicious the way I would want it to be. My role players was my mother and Chef Buddy Valastro. My mother would always remind me to add salt and all the spices that I needed to add, and I would watch the show called Kitchen Boss hosted by Buddy Valastro, who's one of the best chefs, and I would use some of his recipes for my family.
Hello everyone, my name is Siabonga. My name is Siabonga Vitis, and this is my hello everyone, and this is my literacy narrative. I am going to be talking about dancing, which dancing is the movement of the body in a rhythmic way, usually to music and within a given space for the purpose of expressing an idea, emotion, or releasing energy, or simply taking delight in the movement. I also go by the name Bourgeois King, which is a name I acquired in the streets. Bourgeois is a freestyle dance which incorporates some elements of hip hop, jive, and spansoul. I acquired this type of literacy through asking, or I first saw other kids doing it at school and where I lived, and I was very envious of them. I wanted to join them, but unfortunately, I didn't know how to dance. Then I went and asked my big brother to teach me how to dance. He was not an expert, but at least he taught me quite a few moves that are still hot and relevant today. The challenges I acquired in my literacy journey was that I was too awkward, I couldn't blend in, I was too stiff, and I just that type of lifestyle and environment was not for people like me. But oh well, I wanted to learn how to dance, so I started practicing on my own and I gave it my all. Every time I got home from school, after doing my homeworks, I would dance and dance and dance and just keep dancing, even though I wasn't doing it so good. And with time, I got better. And with time, I grew up. This hunger of me wanting to dance grew within me because I could see what it did for the people or other people that were already doing it, winning competitions and stuff. And I was like giving it my all. The person who inspired me or played a defining role in me becoming competent in dancing was, of course, my brother and a well known street king dancer known by the name Tepo Dondada Mufugeng. This guy is a champ. He's a real champ in dancing. He was the one that was winning competitions in and out of South Africa, touring, traveling other countries just through dancing. I was so inspired by him.
Today I'll be specifically talking about the visual literacy in drawing. Visual literacy can be defined as the ability to read, write, and create visual images, and also understand the information presented in pictorial or graphic images. It is a concept related to art and design, however, it has much wider application. Visual literacy is about language, communication, and interaction. One of the most crucial aspects of visual literacy is the image itself. The images can be a very powerful source towards communicating messages. They entertain, they influence, manipulate, and persuade us. A visual literate person is both a critical consumer of visual media and a competent contributor to a body of shared knowledge. How did I acquire visual literacy in drawing? I actually did not learn or acquire any drawing skills. However, I found myself drawing at a very young age. I really had a humongous appreciation and love toward drawing since I was a kid. I used to draw at almost every moment and chance I got, um, because drawing truly gave me a sense of living life, delight, and peace. Although to me drawing was really a natural and likewise an inferior hobby of mine that I was long aware of having and enjoy doing until I received satisfying feedback from several people who preferred observing and persevere my endeavor. Then from there I started recognizing and discovering drawing as a crucial literacy anyone could ever ask for. The challenges I had to encounter throughout my journey. The biggest challenge I had to encounter is lack of appropriate drawing equipment. In drawing, we crave for perfection most of the times, but without realistic art supplies on paper, everything becomes so difficult. You may even think of quitting to draw because the sketches sometimes lose their meaning or do not convey explicitly the information we're trying to demonstrate, and often not do enough to stand a chance in the industry of visual art nowadays. Due to lack of drawing equipment, it is also difficult to make realistic sketches of people. Nevertheless, I received drawing guiding conceptions of overcoming this challenge through social media platforms where I acquired different helpful techniques of drawing from experienced and successful drawers and artists from different parts of the world. I'm still so grateful for the people who inspired me, um, who played major role in my drawing journey so far. To mention a few, I would like to acknowledge my mother because she really did contribute a lot in making me realize how it is to keep on pushing, especially for something that you are so desperately yearning to fulfill and achieve one day.
And today I will be discussing cooking literacy. This is also known as culinary literacy. What even is culinary literacy? According to the Extension Foundation, a culinary literate person is someone who is able to make food from scratch or the beginning, and also has the ability to use what they have in their homes or kitchens without having to go out and especially buy it. So, how did I acquire my cooking literacy? Well, when COVID hit, I was really bored and wanted to practice making food. So I started flipping through old recipe books that we had at home. I did, however, have to start slow, and I started by baking, and I baked things such as cupcakes and scones. However, as time progressed, I was able to become more skilled and bake actual food, which I found a passion for. Here are some of my stuff that I baked. There were challenges that I faced, and some of these challenges included reading the recipe and following it. That is a skill in my opinion. And also using the correct methods when measuring or stirring any of the baking methods. Who were my role models? My mom first. She inspired me because she cooks amazing food, and I wanted to make food the way she did. The second person that inspired me was my consumer studies teacher. This is because I was able to express the fact that I have a love for cooking, and she showed me how amazing cooking is. I hope you enjoyed my cooking literacy story. Thank you.